We're on the road. Where transportation goes, community grows. Welcome to On the Road with the MTA. And welcome to another edition of On the Road with the MTA. I'm Jay Gibbons alongside with Stephanie Kay from the MTA. And man, she's awesome.
Well, thank you so much. That's what we said MTA stands for, is man, that's awesome.
That's right.
It really is. I love that we do so much for the community, more than people realize. I didn't realize till just maybe this last year that we are a first responder, too. I found out if 911 has an accident, they will call us to say, hey, there's maybe an apartment fire. Can you please bring one of your buses over to get people out of harm's way?
Yep.
So can't wait to talk more about that. And it's still Safety Month, and that's why I want to talk about so many different things that keeps you safe on the roads. And that's why we've invited our team back today. We have Marie Stewart with us, and we have Ed Berger, who's been wonderful. And, of course, we have Nisha Washington and Martina Burton, who are so helpful. They are everywhere. We need to have help and volunteers. So I'm going to give it up again to Marie Stewart. And give us your title again, Marie. People didn't catch it last week.
All right. Well, good afternoon to everyone. I'm Marie Stewart, and I am the Manager of Marketing and Customer Service here at MTA. I have been here since 2015.
Wow.
Hard to believe. And I love every moment.
You were in HR to begin with, weren't you?
I was. I started in human resources as a recruiter, and I enjoyed that. It was really good. It was very much aligned with my expertise, or my experience, I should say. And then I did move on to the marketing department. But what I liked about human resources was that I would get to meet a lot of the new employees, and when they came on to MTA, and really get to know all of the employees that way, which was a great beginning, because those relationships, as you'll probably hear later, because that's what we do here at MTA, is we bond and we form relationships. We're a happy family. And having that in the beginning of my career here has helped me throughout my career here at MTA. So that was a great beginning to my career here. And now I'm in the marketing department, and I love it there too. So I continue on. So thank you for having me here today.
Well, we count on you for everything. I mean,
Yes.
proofreading or whatever it might take. It's like we can count on Marie for all of it. So let me ask you, were you in the hiring process for the people in this room here today? Like Ed?
She was for me.
Was she?
I was,
hired-
yep. I was one of the first. She was one of the first fresh faces I've seen
Really?
at the MT. Yep.
That's wonderful. What about the other girls?
I
Martina?
believe they were here before I was.
Oh, okay.
And same with Ed.
You can talk, you guys. The
But
microphone.
but I tell you, it is great when I'm out and about and I see some of the employees who are still here that I hired, and they'll say to me, you hired me," when we're out on photo shoots or some marketing events. So it was, like I said, it was a great experience, and I'm glad I started in that department. And
What I
was
love
able
is
to.
I know you're also in charge of like the sponsorships, and we'll go out someplace together, and they'll say, "Oh, Marie, I can put a face now with the name because you work so diligently at getting the sponsorships together and everything else that you do in that department." People don't even realize. So yeah, that's very important. Thank you. So you guys now, Ed, were you here longer than when did you get here?
August of 2010.
Oh yeah, he's been
okay.
here a while.
So you were here before for Marie.
That's
then.
correct.
Okay. Well, now tell us where you've been. Like where all of you've been.
Well, I've been on quite the 3-hour tour, if you will. I started out in the front of the ITS department.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then I was involved, responsible for paratransit, Your Ride, starting up the same day service and Rides to Wellness with Tracy Davis and Harmony Lloyd.
Yeah, I remember.
And then also the maintenance department. And then recently I've been doing the fixed route, safety, security, and training. So a little bit of everything.
Well, isn't that ironic? Because we're talking about Safety Month. So, yes. So now this week, we are focusing on workplace and environment safety awareness. I'm sure that's right up your alley, isn't it?
Absolutely. Safety takes all of us. It involves having good habits. And every day doing the same thing that's in a safe manner. And some of the areas that we're talking about this month, or this week rather, is personal protection equipment. A big one is the 3Gs when you're fueling liquid propane gas. You got the gloves, the goggles, and the grounding. That's important when we do it. And it's having the habit of consistently doing it every time. We also have safety data sheets, which, when you work in different areas, you got different chemicals that you may potentially be exposed with, whether it's a cleaning chemical or a vehicle fluid, like transmission or something like that. They're safety data sheets, and they're located in each department. So if something happens, how to mitigate it. So it's very important that, one, be aware of it and know where it's at. And I would also invite any of our listeners, if they're so inclined, to join our safety committee meeting. We meet every month, and we have representatives from every department, and so everyone can bring whatever concerns they have for their area, and our team will get those issues addressed.
So when do they meet? If somebody's listening, they want to join that? When is
It's the third Wednesday of every month.
And what time?
And at 12:30.
Okay.
And we normally meet in the operations building in the driver ready room.
Oh, that's good to know. See, I didn't know that. I learn something new every time I do this podcast. Oh, Martina, you didn't know about it either? Go ahead. You talk to the mic.
I didn't know about that either, but it's good to know.
Get on the mic so we can hear you.
I've been here since 2014, and just to give a clarification of where I started from, Mr. Berger was my director at the time, so I started with Your Ride. I moved from Your Ride to maintenance, left maintenance as a janitor, which I really enjoyed. And I went into inventory, left inventory, went into HR as a recruiter. Then I got promoted as a customer service supervisor.
And that's what you're doing now, isn't it?
It's exactly what I'm doing now.
You do a great
I
job
just
with
want
it.
to let employees that work for MTA or future employees that there is room for getting promoted here. There is room to move around. This is what we call a true family. No one's here is a stranger. Everyone welcomes everyone. And the safety part, we should be doing that also at home.
Yes.
Safety should be everywhere. I enjoy keeping my eyes open for things that happen. I work down at the transfer center, so I work with a lot of the community, and I enjoy that as well.
Well, like you said, the workforce too is like slip and fall. They have to make sure that there's going to be salt on the sidewalks, and I know you guys do a great job with that here at MTA as well. So I know, and Nisha, we were going to say something too. So go ahead and fill us in.
No, well, my name is Nisha Washington. I am a fixed route driver. That's where I started. I came here in August of 2014, so I've been here ever since, and yeah. I built a lot of relationships through.
So do you have family members here that work here with you as well?
I do. I have a brother who's in the maintenance department.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, yeah, I do have a family member. I used to have a sister that worked here in Your Ride, but, hey, it's pretty much family-oriented around here.
Now, tell us who all, and I know, Martina, you have a husband and I think a son. Who all? It's okay. Who all works here?
That's a lot. Okay. So my mom works in Rise to Wellness.
Love your mother, by the way.
Thank you. She's a Rise to Wellness driver. Also, my son is a coordinator for Rise to Wellness. My daughter is a bus attendant for Rise to Wellness.
Wow.
My husband works for E-Tech Team, who they install the videos in our vehicles. And I have a few cousins around here,
Oh
too.
my gosh. Oh, now I know what it stands
All
for.
right,
It's
the
not-
whole family.
MTA is Martina's family. That's
what
M
it
is for
is.
Martina.
Everybody needs somewhere to work, and why not invite your family to somewhere you enjoy working?
Right.
And they've been here for a while, so they must enjoy it too.
Martina, that adds to the group at MTA. Martina, that adds. I like that. Now, Dad, do you have any family members that live here? Not live here, work here?
I do not.
Okay, that's okay. And I know you don't either, do you, Marie? No. Jay, you either, right?
Nope.
That's okay. But you know what? The people that do, and that's why I love the opportunity, the growth within. And it says right there on mtaflint.org, if you're looking for jobs, it'll tell you the inside jobs that we're hiring and the outside for anybody else as well. So I do like that we do that. And do you miss doing that, hiring people?
Oh, I do. It was very. I enjoyed it. It was very welcoming because again, I got to build relationships, meet the employees, and really, I also like the aspect that it's the part of it of really showcasing to potential new hires how great it is to work at MTA and the possibility for advancing in your career, all of the benefits that MTA can provide. And a lot of people were wowed when they would hear about it during the interview process. And they said, wow, I never would have known. Or just to hear about our vision and our mission here at MTA, they were just so impressed. And it was great. It was great to have people come. They wanted to work here because they wanted to help the community. And I knew right away, wow, they're going to be a good fit because that's what we do is we help the community.
I remember you telling me that. You didn't go by their resume. You went by their passion. They had to help people.
A little bit of both. So
Yep.
again, with safety, customer service are our top priorities. And we're going to be continuing for the next couple of weeks, just again with our campaign, building that awareness, showcasing week 2 and 3. We have specific goals, themes, and focus area. And again, like I said last week, we always like to emphasize safe together and stronger forever. And with that, we also are honoring Jaquia Buford, who was our former employee here at MTA. And one of the things I do want to share about Jaquia that I remember, because I started in 2015, and she was one of the first fixed route drivers who was already working here that I met. And right away I met then Doma and Nisha as well, because they really tag teamed together. And they were very active in a lot of our events. And that was one thing I wanted to become involved in, because I loved to, again, showcase in MTA to the community and be active in some of our employee events and community events. And Jaquia and Doma and Nisha were just always there helping. And Jaquia and both her and Doma and Nisha, they always did it with a smile. And they were so friendly and welcoming to me when I began. And right away, we formed a bond and a relationship.
Sure.
And all the way through, they were always very active and played a big role in the events. And one thing about Jaquia as well, another thing, is she was a neighbor. So I soon learned. One time I was out riding my bike, I saw her and her girls riding their bike.
Oh, nice.
And she said, "Yeah, I live in your neighborhood. We live by each other, and not far from here in the cultural center." So that was great to have her as a neighbor as well, a colleague, a friend, and a neighbor. So her smile, I will always remember. Always remember.
She really affected everyone, didn't
Friendliness,
she? Anybody who met
enthusiasm. So thank you.
You hear that people will say, "Oh, she always had a smile on her face," but she truly always did. I mean, she was amazing. Mm-hmm. Now, Ed, give us a safety tip and a memory about Jaquia, if you can. Because I know you were talking about when you met her too and how of an impact she made on you.
I would say Jaquia, she walked a walk for other people to use as an example. She truly did. And she was always a problem solver.
Yes, she never complained. She was just going to solve it. If she had a problem,
she had a habit that I love to see in people, which is, don't just come with a problem, but come with a solution.
Perfect.
So I really enjoyed working with her, not just as a coworker, but also as a friend. And it's, you get people that come along that touch you. And she's certainly done that. And, I really love working at MTA because, one, we have such an awesome mission. Every day we're improving people's lives. Mm-hmm. And we get paid to do that. And they always say do something you love. And that's definitely true working at MTA. And I think Q really exemplified that. And there's a lot of people here at MTA sitting here at this table that also have that kind of impact, making events special, making them memorable, and bringing people in from the sidelines. It always amazed me how we come up with ideas. It gets other people engaged and gets their kids engaged, and wherever the events were, just a phenomenal job at that. And fundraising, every month we're doing something for some organization, and it's a fantastic job done by the entire team. And I think that's all part of Q's legacy. Is bringing that along and taking us to that extra level.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy that. As far as safety, I just can't stress enough. Safety first. You see something, you say something, and then we can do something. And it doesn't matter how big or how trivial it may seem. But you don't want to be in a situation where you're sitting at home and thinking about, man, if I just would have said something about that missing piece of concrete in the sidewalk,
yes,
so-and-so wouldn't have a broken ankle or whatever it may be. Or if I just would have took 10 seconds and put that suggestion in the suggestion box for them to be aware of it. So that's what I would recommend. If you see something, say something. And if you don't feel comfortable putting your name on it, you can always do it anonymously. You can do a write-a-gram and drop it in our suggestion box that we have in each of the department areas. And I would highly encourage you to do that.
That's a good suggestion. Absolutely. All right, girls, you're up. All right, Nisha. Safety tip and something you remember best about Q.
Oh, my goodness. Safety.
You can do Q first, whatever is comfortable.
Okay. Well, since being focused while driving has become more imperative with me and my family. And you don't realize how much something impacts you until it happens. Like it has to happen for you some time to process it. So some people don't process anything until it happens. So since then I've kind of been, you're a little bit more vigilant. We'll have to do that today. So we kind of just, as a safety tip, just be more vigilant. be more in tune when you're driving. Not only do we work for MTA, and we're constantly on the road with everybody.
Right.
We're around here. We are the biggest vehicles in the city on the road. So as well as we have to look out for you, we ask that you look out for us as well as we practice safety on a regular basis every day, because we do have some routes that go into our neighborhoods locally. So we have to be vigilant of children that are darting across the streets. Yep. We have to watch out for stop signs that are hitting. So if you see anything that you think could possibly distract somebody or cause a situation or issue, try to get a hold to the right people. Call around and ask, hey, this tree limb is hanging too far down. Hey, this tree is in front of the stop sign. They can't see it. Hey, this should be this. Say something to someone.
You're so right. See somebody speeding like crazy,
Absolutely.
maybe call 911.
Yeah, call. And the thing is, when you call, at least have a license plate and a description.
An area where they're located.
In the area they're located. Yes, so my thing is we have to always pay attention.
You are so right about that, because since that's happened with Q, I'm much more aware when I come up to a intersection. Mm-hmm. I look all around before I just dart through the green light. I like watching. And I must say, too, that she was not working at MTA when this happened to her. It was on her own time. Mm-hmm. On the weekend, with her family. So you just never know when something like that could happen.
Absolutely.
Diligence is so important.
You're absolutely right. So, she was a sister to us. She's a family member to us at MTA. She was a part of everything at MTA. She's worked all over MTA. So, and she also did a lot for the community. So you've seen Q everywhere. So anything that had something to do with the community, she absolutely was. She had a lot of friends downtown. She had a lot of friends in the police department, fire department. Everyone knew and knows Q. So we're just asking that,
well,
hey,
that's why
just
we're
be more vigilant.
Honoring her. Okay, Martina, you're not going to be shy now, right? Come on.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I want to say, to piggyback on what Washington said, when it comes to seeing something or saying something, if you're an MTA employee, use our customer service number, 810-767-0100. Let us know something is going on. We'll pass it to the department. We send emails. We'll do what we can do to fix the problem. So just, call customer service if you see any issues, anything that's safety.
Good idea.
And for me to piggyback on safety, I would say inside MTA policies, outside of MTA policies, please do not use your cell phones. If you're driving your own personal vehicle, let it hook up to your vehicle. Don't pick up your phone, because 1 second of your eyes moving from the road can affect everyone.
So
it can
true.
affect everyone.
That's good point. And I think with Jacoya too, it just made me realize how much we take people for granted. You always thought she was going to be there. I don't want to take any of you in this room for granted either. You are the 4 hours meeting, and when I think about her no longer being there, it could happen to any one of us. So it's really not take people for granted.
And since you mentioned that, Stephanie, I want to say that before Jacoya was taken from us, she was moving on to a promotion in the union.
Oh.
And she didn't get to make it.
Well, maybe she's up there doing it, just watching over all of us right now.
Yeah. We do have an angel.
Well, that's
or maybe 2.
Well, also, when it comes to safety, I was going to say, trust your instincts, like you had said, Ed. Maybe I should have put some salt in that step. I know last winter, a couple winters ago, I had the radio van out front. I thought, got to get to my remote. So I bebopped down my steps in the front yard, and I didn't realize I wasn't hanging onto the railing, and it was all ice. And I went up and down right on my tailbone, and that hurt for so long. It's just using common sense and to trust your instincts. And like you said, if you see somebody driving, swerving, or speeding, it's okay to call 911 and say, I think that could be a problem, and tell them where they're located and try to get the driver's license. So just be aware. Just being aware. Yep. How about you, Jay? Any safety tips you'd like to share?
Look both ways before crossing the street, because you never know when a chicken is crossing.
Oh, my God. I knew it. I knew it was going to be something sarcastic, of course.
Well, not sorry. It's true. You got to look both ways.
I know. And you have something more to add, don't you?
Yeah, I just wanted to, every month we do an employee newsletter, and it has in there all the ways you can report safety issues.
Oh, good.
And one of them is the safety hotline. It's 810-780-8880.
That's close to my office number. That's okay, 780-8880.
Correct.
All right. I like to eat, so 888. I can't forget that. Yeah. That's good. Well, no, thank you for all you do, because I know you're really, really involved with keeping people safe. And you had some notes there. Anything else you want to add before we let you go back to work? Because I know Mr. Benning probably wants you to get back to doing what you're supposed to be doing today, right?
I think of it as I work for everyone here at MTA. I got to make sure everyone else has what they need to do their job. And I want us all to come in safe, and I want us to all go home safe.
Yes, for sure.
And there's nothing, I can't stress enough, there's nothing trivial when it comes to safety. You know, you see something, you say something, and then we do something about it.
Well, we had every week, it was 4 weeks in June, and the first week was distracted driving awareness, eyes on the road, heart in the mission. Week 2 is impaired driving and wellness awareness, which is clear mind, safe rides, like we talked about alcohol, drugs, fatigue, visual function. Maybe you have like a infected eye, or you have watery eye or anything. Just be aware of those things, and mental health. And then week 3, which we are right now, is the workplace and environmental safety awareness, slips and trips and falls and personal protective equipment, like you were talking about, Ed, and heat safety. That in the car, don't leave your animals and the kids in the car and put with the windows up. That's been horrible. And safe lifting, you don't want to hurt your back, hazardous materials. And then week 4, emergency preparation and response awareness. And that's stay ready, stay safe, be prepared, plan ahead, stay informed, and get involved. Like Marie said, safe together, stronger forever, honoring Jacoya. I love that. Mm-hmm. Any last words from you, Marie? Would you like to say anything at the very end here?
Well, I will just say, I want to applaud everyone's comment. I, too, feel all of that about Jacoya. She was a wonderful person. And the importance of safety, whether it be in your personal life or public, when you're out and about or on the job, the priority is definitely staying safe and helping others stay safe as well. So see something, say something. It's definitely out there. It's important to report it. And we have a lot of different options, as was provided through the phone number. And we're just glad to be here to, again, build that awareness about Safety Month, the importance of it, and how we are here as a family working for the community at MTA.
Well, I know we're focusing on driving because we are MTA with the drivers and the employees here, but safety goes way beyond that. We had a fire, and behind my house there was a 6-unit apartment complex, and a woman came home late in the evening and she wanted to make herself something to eat. She was really tired, so she made herself something to eat and she took a nap. Now, they said that she came from the nightclub. Maybe, she was more relaxed than she should have been. I'm not sure, but for what happened was there was no safety walls in between the apartments, so the whole 6 units went down. It's just being safe, being aware. Any last minutes? I know you guys have to go. Anything from you, Ed? Okay.
I have something.
Okay.
So I don't know if any of you know, but Q loved the Golden Girls. And just so you know, she picked a few of us here, and we are called the Golden Girls. So it's Sheila Johnson, Teresa Gray, Pebbles. Well, Phyllis. Sorry, Phyllis McKinley.
How about for Halloween we all dress up like Golden Girls?
Yeah.
I think that'd be nice in her honor.
Washington and myself.
What were you? Which character were you?
Katrina Tolbert.
What character were you, Martina? Of the Golden Girls, which one were you?
I don't know.
What about you, Dominisha? Who are you playing? Oh, they don't want to say. That's okay. You guys just make great sisters no matter what you do, so I love that.
Those are memories you need to cherish, definitely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, she always brought joy, so we have to keep her joy and her honor going, her memory. Well, thank you, guys. I know you're all looking at watches. We got to get back to work. But thank you so much. And Jay, thank you for bringing this all together.
Always.
And being our great producer extraordinaire.
That's what I try to do.
All right. So we always say at the end of each one of these, keep listening every week and please stay safe. And today is really important to stay safe.
Yep.
Keep yourself safe and well. And thanks for listening to On the Road with the MTA, Stephanie K. and Jay. Stay safe and thank you.
You've been listening to On the Road with the MTA. For more information on our services and community outreach, visit us online anytime at www.mtaflint.org. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The MTA, your community, your connection, your way.